Hello, and welcome back to Your Brain Lied, the podcast that helps you understand why your thoughts and feelings aren't always telling you the whole truth. I'm your host, and today we're diving into something that affects pretty much everyone: suppressing emotions. We've all been there, right? That moment when you're feeling something intensely: sadness, anger, maybe even overwhelming joy, and someone tells you to calm down, or be strong, or don't make a fuss. It might seem like they're trying to help, but what if I told you that those seemingly harmless phrases are actually teaching us to shut down a vital part of ourselves? We're going to unpack why we suppress emotions, what happens when we do, and most importantly, how to start feeling those feelings in a healthier way. Because spoiler alert, feeling isn't a weakness. It's a superpower. So why do we do it? Why do we shove those feelings down deep inside? Well, a lot of it comes down to what we were taught growing up. Think about it. How were emotions handled in your house? Were you allowed to cry? Were you allowed to be angry? Or were you encouraged to tough it out and not make a big deal? For many of us, the message was pretty clear. Certain emotions are okay and others are not. Happiness, generally accepted. Sadness or anger, especially in public, often discouraged, if not outright forbidden. It's like we're given a little emotional toolbox, but some of the tools are missing or broken. We're told, here's your toolbox. Use these emotions, but definitely not those ones. And over time, we learn to ignore the forbidden emotions, pushing them down until they become almost invisible, even to ourselves. And it's not just family. Society plays a role too. Think about the messages we get about masculinity. Men are often taught to be stoic, to man up, and never show vulnerability. Women, on the other hand, might be expected to be agreeable and accommodating, suppressing any anger or assertiveness. These social pressures create a kind of emotional straitjacket. We start believing that certain feelings are unacceptable, and we bend over backwards to avoid them, even if it means sacrificing our own well-being. It's like trying to fit a square peg into a round hole. You can force it, but it's going to cause damage in the long run. And that's exactly what happens when we suppress our emotions. So what are the consequences of all this emotional suppression? Well, it's like trying to hold a beach ball underwater. You can do it for a while, but eventually it's going to pop back up, often with even more force. One of the most common consequences is difficulty in relationships. Think about it. If you're not able to express your true feelings, how can you truly connect with someone else? If you're constantly hiding your sadness or anger, you're not giving your partner the chance to understand you, to support you, to be there for you. It's like trying to build a house with only half the materials. You might get a structure that looks okay on the surface, but it's not going to be strong and resilient. And when the storms of life hit, it's going to crumble. Another consequence is increased anxiety. When we suppress our emotions, they don't just disappear, they fester. They build up inside us, creating a constant undercurrent of stress and tension. It's like having a pressure cooker inside you. You keep turning up the heat, but you never release the steam. Eventually, it's going to explode. And that explosion can manifest as anxiety, panic attacks, or even physical symptoms like headaches or stomach problems. And let's be honest, constantly suppressing emotions is exhausting. It takes a lot of energy to pretend you're okay when you're not, to smile when you want to cry, to agree when you want to disagree. It's like running a marathon with weights strapped to your ankles. You can do it for a while, but eventually you're going to burn out. And that burnout can lead to depression, fatigue, and a general sense of unhappiness. Okay, so we know that suppressing emotions is bad, but what's the alternative? How do we start acknowledging and processing our emotions in a healthier way? Well, the first step is simply recognizing that you're doing it. Start paying attention to your body. What physical sensations do you experience when you're feeling sad, angry, or anxious? Do you clench your jaw? Do you get a knot in your stomach? Do you feel your heart racing? Becoming aware of these physical cues can help you identify the emotions you're trying to suppress. It's like learning a new language. You start by recognizing the individual words, and then you gradually learn to understand the sentences. Once you've identified the emotion, the next step is to allow yourself to feel it. Don't judge it. Don't try to change it. Just let it be. It's like watching a wave roll in. You don't try to stop it. You don't try to control it. You just let it crash on the shore and then recede. This might sound scary, especially if you're used to suppressing your emotions. But trust me, it gets easier with practice. And the more you allow yourself to feel, the less power those emotions will have over you. You can try practices like journaling, where you simply write down whatever comes to mind without censoring yourself. Or you can try mindfulness meditation, where you focus on your breath and observe your thoughts and feelings without judgment. It's like learning to ride a bike. You might wobble at first, but eventually you'll find your balance. And once you do, you'll be able to ride with confidence. Now, I know what you might be thinking, but what if my emotions are too overwhelming? What if I can't handle them? That's a valid concern. And it's important to remember that you don't have to do this alone. If you're struggling to manage your emotions, consider seeking professional help. A therapist can provide you with tools and strategies for processing your feelings in a safe and supportive environment. Think of a therapist as a guide. They can help you navigate the sometimes turbulent waters of your emotional life, providing you with a map and a compass to help you find your way. And remember, seeking help is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength. It shows that you're willing to invest in your own well-being and that you're not afraid to ask for support when you need it. It's like hiring a personal trainer. You're not admitting that you're weak. You're acknowledging that you want to improve your physical health and that you need someone to help you reach your goals. So let's recap. We suppress emotions because we're taught to, often from a young age by family and society. We learn that certain feelings are unacceptable and we try to avoid them. This suppression leads to problems in relationships, increased anxiety, and overall burnout. It's like trying to hold a beach ball underwater. Eventually, it's going to pop up with force. The key is to recognize when you're suppressing emotions, allow yourself to feel them without judgment, and seek professional help if needed. Remember, feeling emotions isn't a sign of weakness. It's a crucial part of being human. Before we wrap up, I want to leave you with a few practical takeaways and reflection questions. First, pay attention to your physical sensations. What does anger feel like in your body? What does sadness feel like? Becoming aware of these cues is the first step to acknowledging your emotions. Second, challenge the shoulds and shouldn'ts that you've internalized. Who told you that you shouldn't cry? Who told you that you shouldn't be angry? Are those beliefs still serving you? And finally, be kind to yourself. Processing emotions is a journey, not a destination. There will be times when you slip up and suppress your feelings. That's okay. Just keep practicing, and you'll get better over time. Ask yourself, when was the last time I felt pressured to hide how I really felt? What triggered that reaction? And how can I respond differently next time, even in a small way? Think about these questions. Journal about them, if that feels right. Thank you for joining me on Your Brain Lied. Remember, your feelings are valid, and you deserve to feel them fully. Until next time, be kind to yourself and to your brain. You've got this. Subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.